This is the Post Shift Podcast, a raw look at the hospitality industry.
Welcome to another episode of the Post Shift Podcast. This is actually officially the last Post Shift shot for the year. Last week was the last Post Shift podcast for the year with Logan Gray from Discovery Coffee. Really epic episode talking about like coffee entrepreneurship, which is very interesting in this industry, but something that really works. This got me thinking this week because I don't usually talk about social media marketing. If you follow me in any way, shape, or form, you know that I put out a shit ton of content every single day, every single week. I do listen to Gary Vee and I plug him quite repetitively in my podcasts because I do listen to a lot of his sort of social media things. And I think I talk to a lot of business owners and I don't do a huge amount of social media marketing for many other people. I do a little bit here and there for a few people, but nothing too crazy. It's not a big area of my expertise. But I'm self-teaching myself a lot of stuff as I keep going along, which is great because I think that I've always been a self-educator more than anything else. And so there's a lot of Googling and YouTube videos and podcasts and all this sort of stuff. And the reason why this got me thinking is that I was at a coffee shop the other day and a good regular of mine who has been to most of my places over the last couple of years and sort of we're friends on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, asked me what I've been up to this year. And I don't think I was too quiet about the Singapore thing. Like, I was away for 4.5 months for Singapore, and he had no clue. And it got me to thinking, like, really, how much information do we get? Now, if you think about it, Instagram and social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, is all consumer facing. So it's what you want to see as the consumer. And this is what really got me thinking, is that if someone who is a follower of mine, who I follow back on Facebook, and he hasn't seen anything I've done. Now, this is not just the one occurrence that got me thinking about this. This has happened multiple times. Like, this has happened like a number of times where people had no idea I was away, except for the fact that I wasn't at Hey Happy every single morning. And it got me to really think of it as like, how much information do we really take in off social media that is brand new? And so I started really looking at this, and I started looking at posts that were popping back up on my feed and stuff like that, and I was looking at the date that these things were coming. Now, I already realized this is what was happening. Now, what I want you to do is go through your feed. If you're listening to this, it's a little bit easier. If you're watching this, you can't, but go through your feed and really look at what date and time these posts that are popping back up on your feed were actually posted, because I get stuff from Thursdays and Thursday last week and so on and so forth, and my wife got my post from Christmas Day today on her feed. So I really like you to think about it, like, and do LinkedIn, do Twitter, do Instagram, do Facebook, do all of them, and actually see when they were posted, because this is where it really comes into play. I have a lot of business owners say that Facebook marketing never worked for them, or social media marketing never worked for them, or anything like this. And I was like, okay, well, I know that's not true because, like, it works and it's cheap. And so my thing with social media marketing is it's kind of like taking a shotgun and blasting the side of a barn, because at least one pellet on one platform at one time will reach the consumer that you want, and you'll get return on it. So social media marketing can be very targeted in the way of like boosting posts or doing ads, or boosting. My big one right now is I'm boosting a lot of Instagram posts, a lot of Instagram stories, fucking cheap as hell, and you're getting you're getting 28 cents a click to either your website or your page. So like 28 cents a click is like you put a $30 budget on it and you blow it out for 6 days and it's done. So have a look at these things, because it's the simplest thing. Is like you just write a nice content post on Instagram and you go promote and it's done. Same thing with your stories. Facebook, you can easily build ads out that are really simple, but you can make it a little bit more targeted with the region you want to be in. If you're, in my case, a restaurant consultant, my big one has been restaurant managers and owners and bar owners and general managers and food and beverage directors in the BC area from ages 25 to 40. Male and female, and sort of like really focusing down our thing for that. BC Spirits gets a whole different treatment. Usually broaden out the age and put in the likes of distilled spirits and whiskey and gin and vodka and craft spirits and all that sort of stuff. Craft beer as well, because usually craft beer lovers also love their craft spirits. So my point of the fact is if you don't believe that social media marketing isn't working for you, then you're probably just not tweaking it the right way. And in the restaurant game, when we have magazines pitching $450 for a quarter page ad and you don't know what your ROI is on that $450 bucks, I would always prefer to post and pitch more content on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and LinkedIn is a big one, and focus it properly. Now, when it comes to focusing properly, when it comes to, and this is something I'm going to be doing in 2020 for SHC, I'm going to be doing the same ad on a smaller, minute, very focused demographic, and I'll be doing the same ad 5 times for all of BC, depending on where I want to sort of let it sit. And so you're going to get more people. If it does take that shotgun blast and turn into a sniper rifle. So Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, it's still relatively cheap compared to print media that's in BC right now. So if you want to really make a big push and make a really good splash, using Instagram, using Facebook, if you've got a brand new cocktail at your bar, write a really nice piece about it, write some nice content, boost that post, put it out. If you've got a nice story, do the same thing. We're talking about $25 to $30 over a week of solid marketing. If you spend $120 on a month's worth of post boosting, might be surprised at how much comes back to you. So I'm not a social media marketing guru. There's plenty of videos and people out there. What I wanted to do today was really sort of lay down my pros and cons and my little 2 cents on how to apply it to your restaurant and your bar. Because I think that restaurant and bars look at social media being too fuddy-duddy, too much, but really think about last time someone was at a coffee shop and they asked you, oh, what have you been up to? Because those people who were friends on Facebook may not have seen any of your posts purely because of the algorithm that pushes the content they want to see forward to them. So have a think about it, guys. If you've got any comments, please leave them. DM me, do whatever you need to do. If you're listening, just reach out. I'm happy to give you some advice. Anything you need, let me know. This is the last episode of 2019. I want to take this chance to say thank you very much to everybody who supported me this year. I couldn't have done it without you. I love doing this. It's something that I really, really enjoy, and it's sort of food for the soul. So I hope you had a good 2019, because I fucking had a great 2019. Have a great 2020. The countdown, I think, is tonight. I think if that's correct. I'm trying to remember the dates. I'm sure if you've been at home with family, your days are all out of whack, and Christmas is like in the middle of the week. It's just crazy. So enjoy 2020, guys. Set goals and target them. You're going to kill it. Thanks a lot, guys, for the support. Have a good week. Bye.
Thanks, Post Shifters. I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you're listening, whatever platform you're on, give me a good rating, subscribe, listen along. I'm going to keep going. I really enjoy sitting down with people and learning where they're from, what they did, and how they got to where they were. So if you love it, give me a good 5 stars. If you don't, give me 1 and I'll try harder.